Police Minister Bheki Cele and National Police Commissioner Fannie Masemola will later this morning receive a full report on the spate of shootings that took place in Gauteng at the weekend.
The meeting is scheduled to take place at the Orlando Police Station. Let's take you to our reporter Zikhona Tshona, who is in Orlando East for us this morning. And I suppose, Zikhona, there's still a lot of reaction to what unfolded in Soweto over the weekend. What can you tell us this morning?
Certainly, Michelle, and in fact, we are just outside the Tavern. This area was cordoned off for much of yesterday as police combed through the scene to try and get to the bottom of that fatal shooting that happened here over the weekend. Residents looking on, asking many questions. How did this happen and why did that happen? As you can see, blood stains and what appears to be bullet holes can also be seen at one of the entrances here at this tavern. As you've mentioned, the minister is expected to receive a report from the Orlando East Police Station. That is going to be a closed meeting, but also thereafter he's expected to visit the scene and address residents here. This community has absolutely been shaken by what transpired over the weekend. We're told by people who are inside the tavern, rather, that armed men entered the facility and just started firing shots. They did not rob anyone of any valuables. They shot people and simply fled the scene. So people are scared now. People have been shaken. And of course, there are 15 families who have now lost loved ones, absolutely devastated. We spoke to a family yesterday that lost a 24-year-old Tamsanga Malunga. The family saying that his parents, in fact, in KwaZulu-Natal, are absolutely broken by what has happened here. And we know from that family, another family member, Tamsanga Malunga's brother, is receiving treatment at Chris Hani Baragwanath Hospital.
Yeah, absolutely devastating state of affairs there, especially just the circumstances through which those 15 families, as you say, Zikhona, lost their loved ones. So police at this stage are still obviously at the early stages of investigation. Investigation also into the motive for what unfolded there today. We're going to see the police minister and the commissioner in Soweto today. What do we expect from that visit?
We're not sure what to expect from that visit. I think police have also been very careful in terms of what they communicate to the media with regards to this particular investigation. For much of yesterday, this area was cordoned off, and it is important for residents here to know the motive behind the crime. Many of them yesterday did not even want to speak to the media, saying that they fear for their lives. They don't know whether the perpetrators could come back and repeat what they did at this tavern. Even the survivors of the attack were very frightened, saying they don't want to say anything on camera with regards to what they saw. We know that there's a key police witness that was at the scene yesterday, and police really tried their best to protect him from even being photographed by the media, saying that his life could be at risk. People that we spoke to yesterday were very scared, saying that they don't know whether those people could come back here and repeat the events that took place over the weekend. So we'll hear from the minister. He's expected to arrive here at around 10 or between 10 and 11. But the community did say yesterday they hope that this will be a wake-up call to police to be more proactive when it comes to fighting crime in this area. They're saying for them it's not unusual to hear gunshots in the middle of the night. Many people yesterday talking to us about how they were woken up by several gunshots in the middle of the night. But they're saying the level of crime here is quite high, and they hope that police will wake up and patrol this area regularly so that they don't become victims of crime. So people here are actually looking forward to hearing from the minister with regards to how then he's going to help this community fight crime going forward so that this event is not repeated.
I suppose, Zikhona, the question becomes, has there been increased police patrols in the area in the wake of that mass shooting? And I reckon that's going to be a big question from the community. Will there be an increase in just the number of officers on patrol in Soweto?
So yesterday, a huge call from the community was for police to be on the ground, patrolling the streets, going into taverns, checking on people's safety, because they're saying it's simply unacceptable that they have to live in this area and live in violent crimes. They're saying it's not unusual for them to witness violent crimes in this community, and they're hoping that after the events of the weekend, after the tragedy that took place here over the weekend, they're hoping that police will come here and be more visible on the ground. Already we can see, but of course this is in anticipation of the visit by the minister. There is a huge police presence here, and even yesterday there were a lot of police on the ground here. But of course, this is because they were responding to a crime scene, not particularly because they were patrolling the area. And this presence of the police is also in anticipation of the visit by the police minister as well as National Police Commissioner. But what happens going forward? How will these people, the people that live in this community, be assisted by police going forward when it comes to fighting crime in this area? Those are the questions that residents here will be posing to the minister.
Zikhona Tshona live to us there in Orlando East in Soweto.